Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, walking to your local ATM, and seeing a message on the screen that says, "Cash withdrawals no longer supported." You open your wallet, but the paper bills inside are suddenly nothing more than nostalgic souvenirs. This isn't a scene from a dystopian movie. As we sit here in 2026, the United States is quietly crossing a Rubicon that will change the meaning of freedom forever. The Federal Reserve has moved past the testing phase of the CBDC, the central bank digital currency. To the average person, it looks like a convenient upgrade to your banking app. But to those who understand the mechanics of money, it is a digital cage. Today, we are breaking down exactly why the 2026 digital dollar is being launched, how it will track every single cent you spend, and the 3 things you must do right now to protect your family's wealth before the off switch is flipped on your privacy.
Most Americans think they already use digital money. After all, you use Venmo, Apple Pay, and credit cards. But there is a massive, fundamental difference between electronic money and a central bank digital currency. Electronic money is a claim on a commercial bank. A CBDC is a direct liability of the Federal Reserve. Why does this matter? Because in the current system, the government doesn't see every transaction you make at a garage sale or when you hand a $20 bill to your grandson. With the 2026 digital dollar, the middleman, your privacy, is removed. This is programmable money. In the U.S., the government is framing this as a way to send stimulus checks faster and reduce transaction fees. They call it financial inclusion. But look closer at the fine print. Programmability means the government can decide where you spend your money, when you spend it, and even if it expires. In 2026, we aren't just changing the format of the dollar. We are changing the nature of ownership itself. The pilot programs in cities across the U.S. have already shown us the roadmap. The digital dollar is linked to your digital identity. In the wrong hands, this becomes a social credit system. Imagine it's a high inflation month. The government decides that to cool the economy, your digital dollars will lose 5% of their value if they aren't spent within 30 days. This is called forced velocity of money. Or imagine your carbon footprint is too high this month because you bought too much gasoline. Suddenly, your digital dollar is blocked at the pump. This isn't a conspiracy theory. It is the technical capability of the blockchain technology the Fed is utilizing. Unlike Bitcoin, which is decentralized and private, the CBDC is centralized and transparent to the state. In the USA, the debate in Congress has been fierce, but the push from global financial institutions like the IMF is stronger. They want a unified, trackable system that eliminates the black hole of physical cash. For the retiree, this means your life savings are no longer in your control. They are on a government server that can be frozen with a single keystroke. While the U.S. is busy digitizing its currency to monitor its citizens, the rest of the world is moving away from the dollar entirely. In 2026, the BRICS nations have launched their own gold-backed settlement systems. The world is tired of the U.S. weaponizing the dollar through sanctions. This puts the American saver in a dangerous pincer movement. On one side, you have the internal threat of a surveillance currency. On the other, you have the external threat of the dollar losing its status as the world's reserve currency. If the dollar loses its global dominance, the value of those digital credits in your account will plummet. We are talking about a potential 30% to 50% loss in purchasing power. This is why you see the smart money, the billionaires and institutional investors fleeing into hard assets. They aren't waiting for the CBDC to be mandatory. They are moving into assets that exist outside of the digital grid. This is the fast money secret of 2026. The most valuable thing you can own is something the government cannot track, freeze, or delete. So, how do you win in this new era? First, you must diversify. The goal of this channel isn't to spread fear, but to provide a roadmap for sovereignty. You need financial firewalls. This includes physical assets. Gold and silver have been the ultimate hedge for 5,000 years for a reason. Second, stay informed. The rollout of the 2026 digital dollar will happen in stages. They will start with incentives like tax rebates or Fed airdrops to get you to download the app. Be wary of free money that comes with a digital leash. The window to protect your privacy is closing. The transition from a free economy to a programmed one is the biggest story of our lifetime. If you want to stay ahead of the Fed and protect your retirement, make sure to subscribe to this channel. We track the movements of the elites so you don't have to. For Quantum Sync, I'm Peter. Stay vigilant and keep your wealth in your own hands. We'll see you in the next deep dive.